In a cozy corner of Greenleaf Forest, lived a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was known far and wide for his love of adventure and his insatiable curiosity about the world around him. He lived in a snug treehouse nestled high among the branches of a towering oak tree. One sunny morning, as the forest bathed in a warm, golden glow, Sammy peeked out of his treehouse window and took a deep breath of the fresh forest air. "What a wonderful day for an adventure," he exclaimed, his little heart racing with excitement. Sammy scampered down from his treehouse, his paws barely touching the ground. His fluffy tail bobbed behind him as he made his way to the heart of the forest. Along the way, he met his friends, Bella the bunny, Oscar the owl, and Timmy the turtle. "Good morning, friends. I'm off on a grand adventure today," Sammy announced with a twinkle in his eyes. Bella the bunny hopped over and giggled. "Oh, Sammy, you're always up to something exciting. What's your adventure today?" Sammy puffed out his chest proudly. "I'm going to find the magical Acorn Grove. They say it's hidden deep within the forest and is full of the most delicious acorns you've ever tasted." Oscar the owl hooted softly. "Remember to be cautious, Sammy. Adventures can be fun, but it's important to be prepared and stay safe." Timmy the turtle added in his slow, wise voice, "And don't forget, Sammy, patience can be your greatest ally." With his friend's words in mind, Sammy continued his journey into the heart of the forest. He hopped over bubbling brooks, balanced on fallen logs, and explored hidden nooks and crannies. As he ventured deeper, the trees grew taller and the air seemed to hum with enchantment. Finally, after a long and exciting journey, Sammy stumbled upon a clearing bathed in sunlight. It was a sight straight out of a dream, a grove filled with acorn trees of all shapes and sizes. The ground was covered with glistening acorns that seemed to sparkle in the sunlight. Sammy's eyes widened with wonder as he realized he had found the fabled Acorn Grove. He wasted no time and began collecting acorns, filling his little pouch to the brim. "Oh, the other squirrels back home will be so jealous," he thought gleefully. But as he was about to leave, he heard a soft, muffled voice coming from one of the trees. "Excuse me, young squirrel. Would you be so kind as to help me down?" Sammy looked up and saw a squirrel stuck on a branch, her paw wedged between two twigs. Without hesitation, Sammy climbed up and carefully helped the squirrel free. "Are you okay?" he asked with concern. The grateful squirrel smiled. "Thank you. My name is Sophie. I've been stuck up here for hours. I was trying to get these acorns, but I got myself into a bit of a situation." Sammy chuckled. "Well, you're in the right place for acorns, that's for sure." Sophie's eyes twinkled as she looked around the grove. "Yes, but you see, I was so focused on the acorns that I didn't notice the branch trapping my paw. I learned a valuable lesson today. It's important to be mindful and pay attention to your surroundings." Sammy nodded in agreement. "You're right, Sophie. Sometimes we get so caught up in our goals that we forget to be present in the moment." As Sammy and Sophie chatted, they discovered that they both loved adventures and exploring. They decided to gather acorns together and share their tales of excitement. As they worked side by side, Sammy learned that Sophie had traveled to many distant lands and met animals of all kinds. Sophie shared a piece of advice with Sammy. "Remember, little friend, every adventure teaches you something new. Just like you helped me today, there might be times when you need help too. Don't hesitate to ask your friends. With a newfound friend and a heart full of wisdom, Sammy bid farewell to Sophie and headed back home, his pouch heavy with acorns. As he reached his cozy treehouse, he was met with the warm smiles of Bella, Oscar, and Timmy. "Welcome back, Sammy. How was your adventure?" Bella asked. Sammy grinned. "It was incredible. I found the Acorn Grove and even made a new friend, Sophie. And guess what? I learned that every adventure has its lessons." Oscar hooted approvingly. "Indeed, Sammy. And sometimes, the greatest treasure you find on your journey is the wisdom you gain along the way," Timmy added, "and the friends you make can be the most precious of all." With a heart full of gratitude and a pouch full of acorns, Sammy shared his tales of adventure with his friends. As they sat beneath the stars that night, they all realized that life itself was the grandest adventure of all, full of lessons, surprises, and the joy of sharing it with those you hold dear. And so, in Greenleaf Forest, the tale of Sammy the Squirrel's nutty adventure spread far and wide. Children gathered around campfires, their eyes sparkling with excitement as they listened to the story of Sammy's journey and the valuable lessons he learned along the way. And as they drifted off to sleep, they dreamed of their own adventures, filled with friendship, wisdom, and the magic of the natural world.